This is the Times Television Network, and you're watching ET Now.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to all our dignitaries on the dais as well. My name is Sachin Kumbar, and I welcome you all to the 2014 edition of the Dun & Bradstreet Polaris Financial Technologies Banking Awards. Well, ladies and gentlemen, to lend a suitable texture to this very significant evening, I next invite President and Managing Director, Dun & Bradstreet India, Mr. Kaushal Sampath, as he steps up to deliver the welcome address.
Distinguished bankers, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you this evening to the Dun & Bradstreet Polaris Financial Technology Banking Awards 2014. These annual awards, now in their 6th year, are a tribute to acknowledge and honor the most distinguished performers across the Indian banking sector. At this August gathering, I would also like to take the opportunity to announce the launch of the 2014 edition of Dun & Bradstreet's premier publication, India's Top Banks. I would like to end by applauding all the banks that have been profiled in India's Top Banks 2014. I would further like to convey my heartiest congratulations to the award winners of the Dun & Bradstreet Polaris Financial Technology Banking Awards 2014. Thank you.
Our next speaker, Chairman and Managing Director, Polaris Financial Technology Limited, Mr. Arun Jain. Please accord him with your most enthusiastic welcome.
This time, I'm on this dais speaking to all of you. I think over the period of time when DNB and Polaris decided to recognize the best practices of banking, in the last 6 years, that the kind of a data DNB is putting it together, the work they are doing behind it. I think the best thing I must like to acknowledge, the thanks to DNB, that they are providing that kind of data of the top performing bank where we can pick up the best practices of each of the bank, whether they are coming from PSU bank or they are coming from private sector bank or they are coming from any other practice which is there. It provides a one document from where we can learn from. At Polaris, we are continuously investing into the technologies in the last 28 years of my journey. We are investing in digital banking. We are investing in global transaction banking. We are investing into writing the design thinking and design processes. So that investment will be continuing and providing that kind of services to all the banks in India. So on behalf of Polaris, on behalf of the Indian technology industry, I would say that we will never fall short of cutting edge of technology to service you as and when you need it. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you so much, Mr. Jain. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Writer Corporation is our platinum partner, and we are delighted to have a very senior dignitary from the company to address us next. Please give it up for company's Managing Director, Mr. Garfield D'Souza.
I take this opportunity to thank you for inviting us to this memorable event. I feel both humbled and sort of intimidated in the presence of a very distinguished group of people. Let me congratulate all of you for the significant contribution to the banking industry. It's a mark of deep respect and admiration that I salute you for all your unflinching perseverance to build resilient banking corporations in India. I believe that we are building banking corporations that will be resolute and will be able to sustain any global shocks that come out of globalization over the next few years. Thank you very much.
I'm delighted to introduce our next speaker as someone who's passionate about giving back to the society. He's the President and CEO of Atlantis Technologies Private Limited, and he's here to deliver a few pearls of wisdom. I give you Mr. Binod Singh.
Over a cup of tea, as I was talking to many of us, one of the hot topics of the day was 1.5 crore accounts, banking accounts to be opened for 1.5 crore people in 2 days. The government is talking of 7.5 crore accounts in a fairly short period of time. The opening of the new systems that's happening today, the opening of the business environment, is going to throw up challenges of this kind again and again. We are all sure of that. The challenges of this kind require innovative solutions. And innovation is going to be the key to what India has to offer to itself and to the world tomorrow. Thank you so much for listening and for being here. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, brings us up to a very special address, the one by tonight's chief guest, Shri Yashwant Sinha himself. Ladies and gentlemen, I request you to extend him an ovation befitting his enormous stature.
I am indeed honored to be present here this evening when we get together to celebrate the success of individual banks and the success of the banking sector as a whole. To an outsider to the banking sector like I am, this may not appear to be the best of times to celebrate successes of the banking sector, because everyone seems to be concerned about the deteriorating asset quality of the banks, lack of adequate credit appraisal and monitoring by the banks, credit concentration, as the Reserve Bank has pointed out, in certain sectors, higher leverage among certain corporates, and above all, the recent horror stories of wrongdoing on the part of the top management of some of the banks. And therefore, this evening, we see a light, a ray of hope, because we are celebrating success and not failure of the banking industry. The outlook for the future is very bright in India as well as abroad. There have been challenges in the past. There will be challenges in the future. But I am quite sure we have the talent and the expertise and the will to meet those challenges. I would like to congratulate the winners of the awards today in advance, and I would like to take this opportunity to wish the Indian banking industry and the technology providers all the very best in future. Thank you very much.
May I request the Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Yashwant Sinha ji, to take the spotlight again, and assisted by Mr. Kaushal Sampath, to officially release India's Top Banks 2014. During this significant moment, I request all the other dignitaries on the dais to proceed over the proceedings, and also like to call Mr. Shankar Chakrabarti, Chief Executive Officer, Smera Ratings Limited, to join us. As we all know, Smera is a SEBI and RBI accredited rating agency. And, ladies and gentlemen, the release of India's Top Banks 2014 at the hands of our Chief Guest, Shri Yashwant Sinha ji.
Writer Corporation, a market leader in information management, cash management and relocation services with world-class facilities, secure logistics and BPO support. Writer Corporation, an Indian multinational you can bank upon.
बैंकॉक का फन या लंदन की हिस्ट्री, चूज करना है मुश्किल with best hotel deals worldwide. Call or visit hotels.com.
सच है विकसित भारत का सपना, दुनिया में अव्वल देश है अपना। सब मिलकर खुशहाल मुल्क करे, समय पर सही केंद्रीय उत्पाद शुल्क भरे।
Polaris is the global leader in financial technology, the specialized technology required for better banking.
The introduction of LED lighting systems have revolutionized the lighting industry, combining digital innovation with high energy efficiency. Elcoma and Messe Frankfurt present Light India 2014.
Elcoma is an apex body of lighting industry in India. We'll see new technology, we'll see new applications in LED.
A panel discussion on the current trends and the future of the lighting industry. Only on ET Now.
It's going to be one busy night, much anticipated. Cue enough for me to keep the prattle to the minimum and introduce the fanfare now. As special as they come, awards merit presenters of renown. We have the very best of the way of pedigree. May I request Mr. Kaushal Sampat to escort the chief guest to the dais, as they will both proceed over the entire ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome them back to the spotlight. To confer the first set of awards, I invite to the dais CMD Polaris Financial Technology, Mr. Arun Jain. Welcome back, sir. And to begin with the Global Business Development Best Private Sector Bank, it is ICICI Bank Limited. The President International Business Group, Mr. Vijay Chandok, is here to receive the honors. Congratulations, sir. Global Business Development, the Best Public Sector Bank. Bank of Baroda requests Executive Director Mr. P. Srinivas in the house to take home just rewards. It's asset quality next to the marquee, and we are sorting out the foreign banks first. The name that shines through is Deutsche Bank. Claiming credits on behalf of the bank is India Head Credit Risk Management, Mr. Rohinton Madhav. At this point in time, I'd like to thank Mr. Jain for doing the honors with us. Thank you so much, sir. I invite Mr. Anurag Bansal, Director at SMC Global Securities Limited, to present the next awards. We're first examining banking excellence as defined by asset quality within the private sector. Finishing head and shoulders above the rest of the field is Yes Bank Limited. Let's hear it for Group President Mr. Ashish Agarwal, who's representing the bank for this special moment. Asset quality still rules, and after determining the best banks within this category in the foreign and private sectors, we're left with the results of the best public sector bank. That title now belongs to Vijaya Bank. General Manager Credit Recovery, Mr. Uday Kumar, will accept the citation. A collective thanks going out to Mr. Anurag Bansal for those presentations. Thank you so much, sir. Stepping in to take his place under the spotlight is Mr. Shankar Chakrabarti, Chief Executive Officer, Smera Ratings Limited. As we all know, Smera is a SEBI and RBI accredited rating agency. Financial inclusion is getting to be a true indicator of a country's economic progress because we advance collectively when every one of our countrymen makes progress. That's why rural reach has been deemed an essential indicator of performance on banking awards. Financial inclusion is getting to be a true indicator of a country's economic progress because we advance collectively when every one of our countrymen makes progress. That's why rural reach has been deemed an essential indicator of performance on banking awards night. Within that definition, the title of Best Private Sector goes to Axis Bank Limited. I invite Executive Vice President Mr. Himadri Chatterjee to claim the moment. Congratulations to Axis Bank Limited. Staying with the rural reach story, a bit in the public sector, the best bank honor goes to State Bank of India. Deputy Managing Director Dr. J.N. Misra has reasons to smile from ear to ear. Congratulations to State Bank of India, and I'd like to thank Mr. Shankar Chakrabarti for gracing that part of the ceremony. Thank you so much, sir. And would request Mr. Garfield D'Souza, Managing Director, Writer Corporation, to please join us on stage. 5 awards to be handed out in this next segment, beginning with retail growth performance in the private sector. That distinction is just being claimed by, once again, Axis Bank Limited, for whom Executive Vice President Mr. Himadri Chatterjee will accept the citation, the bank's second on the night. The Dun & Bradstreet Polaris Financial Technology Banking Awards 2014. In awards night tradition, it's where significant pedigree congregates. I am talking stature of the level of senior officials from government and regulatory bodies, as well as business leaders from banks, financial institutions, and the corporate sector. By extension, the perfect setting to be recognized for excellence, and in the category retail growth performance in the public sector space, that honor goes to Canara Bank. It's a good moment to be having us G. Sriram, Mr. G. Sriram, Chief General Manager, as he makes his way towards the spotlight. We're up to best overall growth performance amongst private sector banks already. The speculation is over as I announce HDFC Bank Limited as the winner for the overall growth performance private sector. Request Executive Director Mr. Kaizad Varucha to join us on stage and receive the accolades. And for best overall growth performance in the public sector, the award goes to Bank of India. Chairperson and Managing Director Mrs. V.R. Iyer is here to receive. Next category under the scanner, the priority sector lending. The differentiation is in title up for grabs. Best public sector bank in the priority sector lending. Punjab National Bank. May I call on Field General Manager Mr. Rakesh Kumar to take the spotlight. Congratulations to Punjab National Bank. And at this point of time, I'd like to thank Mr. D'Souza for doing the honors. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
बच्चों को रोज कितना दूध पीना चाहिए?
दिन में 2 ग्लासेस मिनिमम।
और पढ़ाई?
1 से 2 घंटे एटलीस्ट।
और छोटे, आपको इनके फ्यूचर के लिए कितना SIP करना चाहिए?
आप दूध पीजिए
और आप पढ़ाई कीजिए। बाकी सब के लिए आप राइट अमाउंट जानते हैं। इक्विटी म्यूचुअल फंड में निवेश के लिए भी राइट सिस्टमैटिक इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान अमाउंट जानना जरूरी है। लॉग ऑन करें www.icici-approvemf.com पर।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
Writer Corporation, a market leader in information management, cash management, and relocation services. With world-class facilities, secure logistics, and BPO support. Writer Corporation, an Indian multinational you can bank upon.
तू बार-बार घर बदलता रहता है, हम कहाँ ढूंढते फिरेंगे? किधर है, किधर है, किधर है?
अब नहीं होगा। प्रिया ने कहा हर महीने किराया देने से अच्छा है अपनी EMI भरो।
तो हम किराएदार से मकान मालिक बन गए।
मतलब ये घर तुम लोग का है?
सच्ची? But seriously guys, किश्तों से रिश्ता जोड़ो। किराया तो पराया होता है।
आसान किश्तों में होम लोन्स, बैंक ऑफ इंडिया।
It's an amazing feeling to win. It always feels good that you get recognized for something that put your efforts in.
It's a terrific experience to be the highest scoring team in this competition.
Our innovation solves a big problem using clean technology for rural areas. Farmers who are using it are realizing much more income as compared to what they used to. And the problem since being solved by a clean technology, I think it is definitely going to achieve Shunya quotient.
I request Mr. Binod Singh, President and CEO Atlantis Technologies, to please join us on stage. Priority sector lending craves our attention. Best private sector bank within this category over the last fiscal was adjudged to be the Ratnakar Bank Limited. Let's hear it from Managing Director and CEO Mr. Vishwaveer Ahuja. Best private sector bank in the retail category it is. The award goes to HDFC Bank Limited. DMD Mr. Paresh Suktankar soaks in the significance of it all as he takes the dais. Next category throws up the night's third multiple winner. It's still in retail space, this time the public sector domain. State Bank of India, let's hear it for Deputy Managing Director Dr. J. N. Misra once again. Retail still remains the flavor of the moment. The process to recognize the best foreign bank within this category didn't throw up any major surprises. On past awards night, Citibank NA has always been getting its name up in the lights and making a tradition of winning yet again. To make it all official, Head Corporate Affairs Mr. Devashish Ghosh will now accept the trophy. And thank you, Mr. Binod Singh, for that presentation. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are left with the final 5 categories of the Dun & Bradstreet Polaris Financial Technology Banking Awards 2014. To present, I once again invite Mr. Arun Jain, CMD Polaris Financial Technology, to join us on stage. As he said, technology has changed everything. Nothing escapes it, least of all the banking sector, where technology is a key driver of growth. It's why Dun & Bradstreet have identified technology adoption as a crucial parameter of performance. In the private sector, the bank that made the greatest strides in this direction was HDFC Bank Limited. Let's give it up to Chief Information Officer Mr. Anil Jagia, as HDFC Bank became the first entity to claim a third award tonight. The plot thickens, especially for those still to get their name up in the lights. Pulse is racing, hearts beating faster as I unlock the 18th award category. It's technology adoption, and the title of Best Public Sector Bank goes to, once again, State Bank of India. Also their third citation tonight. On behalf of the bank, Deputy Managing Director Dr. J. N. Misra takes another trip down the Walk of Fame. Congratulations once again, sir. And so after 18 award categories, we're down to the final three, the three most coveted, I must add. As the nomenclature goes, the overall awards are the ones to really die for. After all, they do define excellence across the entire spectrum of parameters. This next announcement, therefore, hangs heavy with expectation. The cream of performance amongst foreign banks is about to be revealed. Best foreign bank overall goes to Citibank NA, another moment of glory to be claimed by Head Corporate Affairs, Mr. Debashish Ghosh. Well, I would say the breaking news of the day is all happening here at the Dun & Bradstreet Polaris Financial Technology Banking Awards 2014. And breaking real big as we approached the end of the felicitation ceremony, it's down to Best Private Sector Bank overall. There's been surprise enough through the duration of the awards parade. Dare I risk further cardiacs around the hall? The winner is HDFC Bank Limited. Over the applause, I once again invite DMD Mr. Paresh Suktankar to claim the special mention. Congratulations, sir. And there's going to be many a celebration tonight. And why do I suspect that the biggest of them all will be happening at which bank? That's the HDFC Bank with 4 categories in the bag. They are on the threshold of ending up the most awarded name at the 2014 Dun & Bradstreet Polaris Financial Technology Banking Awards. However, our focus over the next few is tonight's final award. Within the public sector space, overall Best Bank trophy goes to Bank of Baroda. The route to the spotlight is now a familiar one for Executive Director, Mr. P. Srinivas. And that, ladies and gentlemen, finally consummates the felicitation ceremony. Thank you so much to all the dignitaries. Thank you, Sri Shanaji, for doing the honors. I must take the opportunity to thank all our presenters, and a very special thanks once again to Sri Sinaji and Mr. Kaushal Sampath for proceeding over the entire ceremony. I now call on stage Mr. Jayesh Bahadur, Head Sales Economic Analysis Group, Sales and Marketing Solutions, to capture the sense of a very eventful evening through a vote of thanks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On the occasion of the release of Dun & Bradstreet Polaris Financial Technology, India's Top Banks and Banking Awards 2014, it is my honor to propose a vote of thanks. It has been a night to remember as we have felicitated the leading banks of India for their exemplary performance. We would first like to express our sincere gratitude to our chief guest this evening, Sri Yaswant Sinha, for being here tonight and addressing us today. Sir, it was a very insightful address. Thank you so much. We would like to express our gratitude to Mr. Arun Jain, Mr. Garfield D'Souza and Mr. Binod Singh for sharing their insightful perspectives. We also thank Mr. Anurag Bansal and Mr. Shankar Chakrabarti for their participation in today's event. This event would not have been possible without our partners, and we thank them for the support. Our title partner, Polaris Financial Technology, Platinum Partner, Writer Corporation, Identity and Security Governance Partner, Islantus, Industry Partner, Bank of India, Investment Partner, SMC, Ratings Partner, Smera Ratings Limited, Financial Inclusion Partner, Manappuram Finance, Executive Education Partner, Watson School of Business, Automobile Partner, Performance Cars, Aston Martin, Mumbai, and Television Partner, ET Now. Tonight's biggest round of applause and thanks must go to all of you representing various sections of banking and corporate sectors for your support for the publication and tonight's event. Please join me in extending our best wishes to all the banks featured in India's Top Banks 2014 and to India's banking sector at large. Thanks once again, all of you, for coming here.
Automotive interventions are the first association made when one thinks of Bosch.